Hello, Joe Williams here, and welcome to another video. Now, I wanted to create a video because I'm currently in Vietnam. For those of you who know, I'm on the next stage of the world tour, and we're loving Vietnam. And today I want to talk to you about some of the things that I've learned from Vietnam. And I have to say, the people here are some of the best people I've ever met in my life. They're so happy, they're so forgiving, they're so loving, so caring, and so tentative, and they're just amazing people that I want to be around. Now I want to share with you a bit of a story about one of our experiences that we've had here during our time in Vietnam. What was it? About a week ago we arrived here, and we arrived in a place called Hanoi City. It's the capital of Vietnam. And during our time here we went and explored the sites, and there was this beautiful lake in the middle of the city, and you have lots of tourists, lots of people, I mean thousands of people in fact, on a night time, because there's a huge night market down there. And there's people going everywhere, all kinds of people having fun, engaging with one another. And me and Vicky decided to do a bit of people watching, so we just sat down on a bench. And this young girl comes and sits next to us. She comes and sits to my left. And while she sits there, she says hello and asks how I am, asks my name. And she explains that she's actually a tour guide. Now, when she tells us her name is Ching. It's spelt Ching, but the way you pronounce it is Chin, because they don't tend to pronounce the last letters in the word. And Chin is a wannabe tour guide. She just wants to learn English. So as we got to know Chin a little bit better, she told us that she isn't actually a tour guide. She is someone who works a normal job. She goes to university, and her dream is to actually become a tour guide one day. But she believes that in order to do that, she needs to improve on her English. Now, I have to say that her English was absolutely phenomenal. And Chin, every single day she goes to work for several hours a day, and she works for about 30 pence an hour, which is about, about 40 cents, 40 cents in euro cents and US cents. 40 cents an hour. She then goes to university and goes and educates herself, where she's learning English. And then after that, she actually travels on a bus for an hour and a half to the city, where she does free tour guides for English-speaking people, just so she can learn to speak English. There's not even a guarantee that when she gets to the city that she can actually help someone. She's going there on a whim that maybe there's going to be someone that she can speak English to. Now, as we got to know Chin a little bit better, and we sat there by the lake talking English, and she was asking us about all of these English words, and we were all more than happy to actually help her. More people, about 7 other people, came and sat round us, and we were basically giving like an English class to all these people. And we really didn't mind, because these people were so happy, they were so driven, they were so intriguing, and they wanted to know so much, and we had so much that we could give to them, and it was our pleasure to actually give back. Now, as we got to know Chin a little bit better, a few days later we met up with her again, and we decided to spend some more time with her. Now, Chin cooked for us. She cooked us some traditional Vietnamese food, and I was happy to eat it, but Vicky wasn't too keen on it. She's very fussy on her food. So we walked around the lake and we talked some more English, and we taught her some different things. And she was telling us how inspiring we were to her, and we were kind of like a bit knocked back by this, because we were inspired by her. We were so inspired by the fact that she's a young girl who just wants to learn. She doesn't have much in life, but she's really happy. She's very grateful for her life. She's super excitable. And as we chatted some more, we talked a lot about the history of the Vietnamese people, and this is the lesson that I learned. That Vietnamese people, despite all of the wars that they've been through, the way they've been mistreated, their country changing names, all the tragic things that have happened in their country, they live for today. They forgive and forget. because they know that they can't do anything about what's happened in the past. So they live in the moment. They are so happy. Some of the most kind, caring people I've ever met. And what we learn about their religion and the way they actually live their lives is that if they want to go to the heaven, they have to serve and be happy and help other people. And this is an amazing thing. And I think that so many people out there are living their lives in the past. They are disgruntled about life because of something that happened 10, 20 years ago, instead of living in the present and being grateful for what they already have. Vietnamese people have nothing, absolutely nothing, but they are so happy in their life. And I think there's a valuable lesson that we can all learn from that, and it kind of knocks you back quite a lot when you think about what we've got, and then sometimes we moan about things like if a hotel room isn't up to scratch. It's not, by the way, it's fine. Or if something doesn't turn up on time, or something that happened to us in our life, we're blaming other people. I think it's time to just forget. Forget about what happens, not just forget, but put it behind you, because there's nothing you can do about it. Start living in the present, be active in your life, listen to the conversations you're having with yourself, listen to the conversations that are going on around you. Are you always reverting back to the past and blaming the past, or are you living in the present? Because there's nothing you can do in the past, but there's something you can do about the future, and the only way you can impact your future is to live in the now. If you're someone who's going through relationship troubles, you're someone who has financial troubles, you're someone who's in a job and you're moaning about your life or your career, you have to realize that every single day you have a choice, and you have a choice to wake up in the morning and do something about it. Now, 2.5 years ago, nearly 3 years now, I decided to do something about it. I was someone who was dwelling on the past, things that had happened to me, the choices that I'd made in my life, but I woke up and I made a decision to change my life, and that's when my life changed forever. And that's why I'm able to come to you today through this video and hopefully give you some words of advice and share some lessons and perspectives that I'm learning along the way as we travel around the world. So just a quick video from me. If you've got any feedback on this, maybe you're going through something in life, maybe you're not living in the present, I'd love to hear from you. So if you're getting this video in an email, simply reply to the email and just tell me what your thoughts. I'm a regular guy and I love to hear other people's opinions. I love people, I love hearing your stories, and I love being able to help try and give you a different angle on life and maybe help you through some of the problems that you're facing in your life right now. So from me, from the lovely Vietnam, have an amazing day, and I look forward to seeing you soon for another video. Bye for now.